Matter.
Okay, welcome to Mike Talk Principle. This is a good time to rest, a good time to wind down and to catch fun.
Yes, sir, my brother.
And this is a nice place to catch fun. Look
We're
at the
live at
nature.
Santa Cruz,
Yes,
the
so
beach somewhere around Okwaja,
yes,
Naja here.
and
And
it's very nice, very cool, very good ambience, and a
can you
good
believe that it's even night right now?
yes.
But majorly, one thing I want to discuss is about water. And people perceive that the sea has a supernatural power. So is
Wow.
it true? Do
Well,
you believe it's true?
the sea, everything in this earth has its own power. All depends on how you carve the power for yourself, and all depends on what you believe. For example, the sea has its own power. It has its own government. It has its own way of running things. Just the sea. So the sea truly has its own power.
Well, some people believe, it's a belief, I don't know if it's true, or that there is life beyond this our life, that even in the sea there is a supernatural or life within the sea. How
Uh,
do you view that?
um, um, uh, it is a good one. Um, when you look back, right from the creation, let me permit me to use this. The Bible says when God came and God saw the earth, it was filled with darkness, and there was water. Now, and from that water,
Picture
called
of pastor.
God called forth things. And if you look very well in the water, just like as you have animals and land, just like as you have animal. Okay, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, just what we are saying, the sea has its own power. I believe in the sea, just like as we have the land, we have different calibers of animals in the land. We still have those in the sea.
Mm.
We have different species of animals in the sea. Now, that brings me back to your topic, to your question, which you say, if there is another life in the sea.
Yes.
Yeah, there is life in the sea. There is life. Now, if you look at far back, those lost cities, they're in the sea. They're in the
But
sea.
is there life? As in,
Yes, life. They are what we call man-made in the sea.
mm,
They are man-made. They are some of them. They are in the shape of a little bit of human, but not really human. So they are life in the sea too.
so they usually is a belief which I don't really want to associate with, but it's something that I know people say. There's just some people that are lost at sea and you don't see them. That's the queen of the coast, take charge of them, and you know, they live within the sea. Is there a possibility of that?
Yeah, it is. I will say I've not been there, but I've heard it. I've heard it and I've read about it. Now, for example, when the Bible says they cast some into the heads, some of the angels they fell in the sea. So there's possibility that they are alive in the sea. But if it is the kind of if it is if it is the kind of life we have, I can't tell if it is the kind of life we have. So Okay, so welcome back to Life Under the Sea. So, really, there's life under the sea, but I've not been there. Just like what I said, I've not been there to tell, but I've heard so many stories, I've read books, and really, there's life under the sea. But I
When
don't know.
I
I don't know the kind of life. If it is the kind of life we live here, is if it is the same in the sea, I can't tell.
what I mean by surely there is life in the sea. You have fishes. People believe there are other animals called mermaids, which so now has not been proven to be correct or wrong. What I'm talking about is humans living the way we live as humans. Is there something like that beyond or under the sea? That's what I'm asking about. Yes, there are lives, there are fishes, there are crabs, there are many other animals. I'm talking about humans. When some people are lost at sea and they say, oh, they go under the sea, if there's another life that the queen of, so it seems confusing.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking the question: is it true that actually life exists
In
beyond this life that we live? Sure. Is there life within the sea?
Okay. I'll use this to say, just like what my granddad used to say. He said, he told us a story at one time when he do go to the sea to fetch water in the village. At one time, he said he stumbled into mermaid. He said he was coming. It was only him that was going to the sea at that time, and the mermaid was on some part of the seashore. The mermaid was busy doing something I can't tell, but he said he saw the mermaid, and when the mermaid noticed it was him, it was a human, the mermaid went into the sea back. So from that day, I have that belief that there are life like human in form of beast in the sea.
So this now brings me to the next question. We have established there is actually life inside the sea.
Yeah.
Now brings me to my next question. My next question is if there is actually life under the sea, is it does that life support us as human, or is it a life that is anti-human? What do I mean by that? Do you think it support us as humans, or it work against us as humans? That's what I mean.
Okay. To support your claim and what you just said, um, their life. But just like what I said, I can't tell what kind of life in there. I can't tell what kind of life in there. But I do believe there's life under the sea. I do believe there's life. But I can't tell this kind of life or that kind of life. But what I can say vividly well that some archaeologists, they have they have taken their time to dive in. They have gone to several depths of the sea. They can't tell, they can't spot any life there. But what they can spot is some kind of artifacts, some kind of things that when you see them,
Lost, like lost.
lost items and lost things under the sea. So and when they bring it out, they are they are just like the way they maybe coin and the rest. They are just like that.
Okay, don't worry. Next time we'll talk about other things that has to do with water. But right now, this is Mike Osage TV,
Yeah.
and we're signing out. See you in the next
Thank you.
episode.